Hey guys, it's Tom Box here with Team
Oscar?
Dank Deals Oscar.
MST.TV and Team Dank Deals Oscar.
You have to choose one.
Nope. I'm dual citizenship.
No,
Canada rights, man.
that's what you think.
Yeah.
This is not Canada.
This is Canada.
Okay, so anyways, first up, we got an announcement, of course. Name it.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be going to the UK Nationals at June 10th. So if you're going to UK Nationals, you can find me there. I'll be playing the main event. Hopefully, you're going to get into that top cut and win my first prize card. Maybe.
Maybe. But also you are going to be wearing a...
I'll be wearing a Team Dank Deals shirt. So you'll see it. It's a giant Minerva black t-shirt. You'll see me. I'll be with actually some British guys, Team Shock, I think. They messaged me. They're going to try to help me out when we're over there, so shout outs to them.
Yeah, see, you're wearing a Team Dank Deals shirt. Anyways.
Hey, you gotta give me an MST.TV shirt.
I'm working on the jersey. Okay, so anyways, for this video today, we're actually going to be talking about the differences between NA Nationals and UK Nationals.
Yeah.
And we got this segment sorted out in the form of a questionnaire. See how much does Oscar know, since he's the one going anyway.
This is a trick questionnaire. Okay, here we go. Let's go.
Okay, first question. What is the difference between the entry of UK Nats versus NA Nats?
The entry?
Yeah.
Okay, so UK Nationals actually, you don't need to qualify for regionals to go into UK Nationals. Anyone can play, so including me, who I haven't qualified in the EU. Anyone can play in the UK Nationals, and then the top two get qualifications into what is called EU Continentals,
what is this?
So EU Continentals is basically the equivalent of North American World Championship qualifier, so what we call North American Nationals.
So this is more like a regionals then.
It's like
kinda?
It's
but they
in
have
between.
regionals.
It's in between a regionals and a YCS kind of. It's still considered a tier 2 event though, but it's technically UK Nationals, and first prize actually gets travel and accommodation to EU Continentals, so that's really nice.
So they're gonna. So say you're in Canada, are they gonna fly you all the way over? We got like a train.
If I get first, I guess Konami has to.
This is Canadian playing in EU. Okay, second question. Are you aware of how cards resolve differently in the EU?
Yeah. So EU is actually really close to how OCG resolves. So I guess one example would be if you have a Dante with like a graph underneath, and then you activate Spectre Mill 3. In North America, if you DD Crow the graph, you don't get the graph effect.
That's a dumb rule.
Yeah, it's kind of like I call it the NEB called the Haunted MST ruling. Because that's when it first started. But in EU, it's similar to OCG, where if you DD Crow the graph, you actually get the graph effect anyways because it hit the grave. So that's something I have to play really differently with, because when I play in North America, I do that all the time, right?
We get
that
much more value with our DD Crow compared to compared to EU.
Yeah,
that's
that
for
ruling
sure.
comes up a lot.
What was is there any other cases? I remember the Monarchs had a case like that too.
Yeah, Monarchs and Shuttle actually. So in North America, when a card is sent to the grave and then it starts a chain link and then SEOGC starts, so what happens is the card that's sent to the graveyard, since it's on the field first, will have to be chain link 1 in North America. So if I tribute Idea and Eidos for Erebus Monarch,
yep.
Idea in North America has to be chain link 1, and then Erebus can be chain link 2, which means you can't chain block it with Idea. So you leave your Erebus susceptible to Solemn Strike or something. But in EU, it's played in kind of like OCG. So what you get is you can actually put the Idea on Chainlink 2, and Erebus can be on Chainlink 1. So it's actually a huge deal.
So instead, they get to choose their chain links on that specific timing window if things are simultaneously activated.
That's correct.
Okay, here's a fun one. Name one card that was at one point legal in the US and not legal in the UK.
Lightning. Utopia the Lightning. Because I remember EU players had a really hard time dealing with Dark Destroyer because they didn't have Lightning, whereas North America was just like, overlay, rank 4 during Pepe format, attack over Dark Destroyer, and they just clear it right away. But EU players had to play like really weird
Diamond,
shit.
no, nothing. There's nothing.
Yeah. No, they had, basically it was just Ignister, right? And during Nats, I was really surprised when there was a lot of Pepe players topping or winning Nationals, because Dark Destroyer was at 3 and Ignister was at 1.
Okay, you seem to know your EU stuff, so you're not going in there kind of blind and getting
It's actually my second time playing a big event in Europe. First time,
Madrid.
Yeah, on our very, very, very first video, we talked about like me going to YCS Madrid. So it's gonna be my second time playing EU, and I'm pretty happy, pretty pumped for it.
All right, now instead of some crazy questionnaire, now let's hear your thoughts about the meta.
The meta right
Especially like you're going. This is pre-ban list, of course.
Yeah.
Pre-ban list before
Europe doesn't get the ban list because they were worried that people were gonna get screwed on their playtesting, which I mean makes sense, right? I really like the new ban list because I don't want to play Fusion Sub, I don't want to play Taki Tamborg, and I'd rather the game less be turn 1 oriented, because right now with the Fusion Subs running around Taki Tam like Terra Top, going first has a really big advantage, but with the new ban list, with no Norden, no Taki Tamborg, or no Terra Top, Zoo becomes a lot more manageable, which I actually feel like in the new meta, True Draco Zoo will be a much better deck than Pure Zoo.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, thinking about how much resource you get just from purely playing Terra Top, like, that play is free. It is a play opener, especially with going second. Now remember that you don't have Terra Tops, your opponent doesn't have Terra Tops either, so they're not going to open as nutty as before. So it kind of slowed the pace down a little bit and made it a little bit more resource intensive. You can't just get free stuff anymore. And if you played triple Fusion Sub, you basically got three pot of greeds out of that play, and that's really dumb.
Like the 2 Fusion Sub, 1 Lunalite deck with Zoo or Zoo True Draco, it doesn't matter. Like, the draws you get is absurd. You end like basically 1 card becomes 7 cards in hand, right? And it's absolutely insane. And to play a Nationals like that is just actually really like disappointing, because I know that the game's gonna be really dice roll oriented. I mean, I've checked the deck against the Fusion Sub combo a lot, but still I'd rather play the North American Nationals format where it's less sacky and it feels like it's gonna be more skill based, even though True Draco Zoo will be a thing. And I actually feel like in this meta right now with Norden, etc., Ghost Dash is actually not that strong of a card. I feel like you can actually get away with playing 2 if you feel lucky. Ghost Ogre is still not that great, but in the new format without Norden, Ghost Dash and Ghost Ogre become 2 of like insane hand traps, and you should be playing both of them at 3, I feel like, or Ghost Ogre at least should be at 3.
Okay, so you can talk about the hits with this ban list, right? So for the hits of this ban list for June 12th, when is the UK Nats?
UK Nats is June 10th and 11th. It's the last Nationals to happen. Yeah.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
However, if you think about like what was one of the other cards that was a hit? One of the other cards being hit was Grass is Greener. That grass looks greener. I feel like they got the worst of all of the hits.
Honestly, Grass is Greener was unnecessarily hit. With triple Ghost Dash, like, Grass decks were basically doing nothing. But I actually really like it too because, first off, I didn't play Grass is Greener because I don't like those kind of decks.
60-card decks?
Yeah. But I also felt like because it'll actually make North American Nationals way more balanced, because Grass is Greener is a card that's, I would consider a sacky card, right?
Even more so now.
Yeah, it's not really it doesn't really promote skillful gameplay. So definitely hitting it at 1 means less 60-card decks and basically a more skill-based Nationals for North America, at least.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign for us, because I hate dice roll games.
Yeah.
I don't like the ability to actually draw all your outs, all your resources in one go and counter every play card for card easily.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on pendulums?
Oh, you get Duelist Alliance, you get Skullcrow benefit. I honestly don't feel like it changes anything, because
Do you think you can play Pendulum Zoo?
I joked about playing that actually, but the problem was it's D-Barrier and Strike are still 2 of the most powerful traps in the format right now. Ghost Ogre is a really big thing. Pendulums is just... The trap lineup is really bad for Pendulums. I mean, it was already bad when Strike was at 3, right? And that when we were going to North American National, Strike was playing at 3 at basically every deck that wasn't Monarchs, and Pendulum suffered. And Anti-Spell was big in the side. Anti-Spell is still relatively big in the side right now.
Yep, tempo-based sides.
Yep.
Especially when going first. Well, thanks for your thoughts, Oscar. And remember, Oscar is going to the UK Nationals. You guys can see him there wearing a Dank Deals t-shirt.
Yeah, make sure come up, say hi. I'm a pretty friendly guy. Yeah, you can see my Canadian accent, I guess.
Canadian accent?
A boot.
Anyways, that will be all for this episode. Now we're going to proceed to the end phase. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please drop us a like so we know we are doing a good job. And you can also subscribe to MST.TV for more fantastic videos by clicking on the button on the left. Don't forget to check out our partners at Imperium Duelist. They make really high quality mats, including some of my own limited edition release stuff. And if you want to check out one of our past videos, click here on the right. As always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV, and I'll see you next time.